Hey guys, welcome back to Daily Downshift. This video is going to be so exciting and I'm completely thrilled to be presenting this content. This information is from another source named Hagerty, which claims that it fell into their lap. The kind of stuff that I love to see. And if you guys enjoy this video, then please consider subscribing because we've got so much more content coming. Alright, as the video suggests, we are talking about a new leak which gives us all of the figures on every single C8 model. Yes, you heard that correctly, every single iteration ranging from the year 2021 to 2025. Obviously, our journey begins after the 2020 C8. The first model on the list here is the 2021 model, which is the convertible. Exact same engine specs, 6.2 liter V8. The only difference, of course, is the roof. Okay, so here is where it begins to get a little bit more interesting, and I promise it only gets better. We're now talking about the 2022 production year, and yes, I'm talking about the ZO6. Hagerty is yet another source confirming what so many other outlets have already claimed. So the C8 ZO6 will in fact be the naturally aspirated dual overhead cam 5.5 liter V8 from the C8R. But this one is putting out more than 500 horsepower. Somehow they are going to pull out an astonishing 650 horsepower, exactly as much as the C7 Z06, but the torque will actually be less at 600 pound-feet. Just as a refresher, the C7 Z06 was supercharged and had 650 horsepower and a matching 650 pound-feet of torque. So if the new C8 Z06 will have that kind of power figure just from that naturally aspirated engine, then that will be incredibly impressive. Moving on from there, the year 2023 will have something extraordinary on offer, and it's a first ever for the Corvette bloodline. This is the year of the Grand Sport. No surprise, this model will be using the same LT2 6.2 liter engine from the base C8, but it will have the assistance of an electric motor, thereby marking it as the first hybrid Corvette ever. This hybrid Grand Sport will have a total output of 600 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. Talk about making history, right? Sadly, they don't specify the powertrain on this model, but at least it leaves something as a surprise. It could very well be a rear-wheel drive, but there definitely is the possibility that it could also be an all-wheel drive model. And that's because the electric motor will have to sit in the front part of the vehicle. So why not also make it power the front two wheels? Either way, I guess we'll just have to see. Alright, 2 more models left. Stay with me, guys. The year 2024 reveals a heavyweight in the Corvette C8 lineup. In case you're not following, I'm talking about the new ZR1. This one utilizes the 5.5 liter setup from the ZO6 that may actually be slightly modified, but it implements a twin turbo setup, resulting in a total of 850 horsepower and 825 pound-feet of torque, which is significantly higher than the outgoing C7 ZR1, which has 755 horsepower. So basically almost 100 horsepower over that model. That's truly epic stuff. Finally, the year 2025, which seems so far away with everything going on in the world at the moment, but I do speak about none other than the Corvette ZORA. ZORA obviously being the father of the Corvette and an advocate for a mid-engine setup. This model will utilize the 5.5 liter engine with forced induction, aka twin turbos. But whether you like it or not, this one will also have a hybrid setup. This blending of technology is set to take the Corvette to never before seen heights with, get this, 1,000 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque. I can't even begin to fathom what that car is going to look like or even sound like. This model isn't going to be cheap, but wow, is it going to make an impact. So what have we learned from all this? Well, I think if you're strictly looking for serious performance numbers, then you're going to have to open up your wallet a little bit wider and opt for a ZR1 or a ZORA. That's if you'll even be able to get one. But if you're simply looking for an epic sounding and performing C8, I really think the ZO6 will be the sweet spot. But to those who have a base C8 on order, I can't deny that that car is still the bargain of the decade. In terms of credibility, I just wanted to state that this isn't Hagerty guessing. They stated that the C8 was going to be using a 6.2 liter V8 putting out 500 horsepower. And let's be honest, they weren't really off on that guess. or stating that the price would be $60,000 or $70,000. They also stated that the C8 was going to be using a dual clutch transmission from Tremec, which it clearly is. I believe that this is as confirmed as it gets at this point. So those are all the figures I have for you today. As always, I wanted to thank you for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this content, consider subscribing and hitting the like button, as it really helps us out. Furthermore, share your thoughts with us below. Which model would you go for, and what do you think about the new hybrid transition? Personally, I think this is all groundbreaking stuff and I can't find anything negative, but let me know what you guys think. Alright, till next time everyone, stay safe.